Greetings. My name is Luther Johnson, and there is something that I want to share about myself with you. Now, I have a very eclectic resume. The reason my resume is so bizarre is because at every stage of my life, I tried to reinvent myself so that I could acquire more wealth. I went to art school. When I came out of art school, I became a mural painter. Then I went from being a mural painter, I went into law enforcement. After law enforcement, I moved to Detroit and got into the television industry. I was a graphic designer. Then I turned into a videographer. I learned to do audio. Then I was an editor, and then I went into software development, and then I turned into a project manager. I even developed my own company, developing software and hosting websites. So I have a very eclectic background, and at every step of the game, although I made more money, I never acquired wealth. And when I was a project manager, that was just hell. I had a lot of whiny clients. It was crazy. My BlackBerry was was an electronic tether. I had to talk people off the ledge at all hours of the day. It was insane. I started breaking out in shingles, and it was a nightmare. The job sucked, but I made pretty good money. Well, as the story goes, I wound up losing my job, just like so many other people did in the Midwest. When the bottom fell out of Detroit's economy, I was one of those people that got fired, just like so many thousands and thousands of people in the Midwest. And a lot of the wealth that I had acquired between ages 30 and 40 just disappeared. So imagine being in your 40s and losing pretty much everything you worked for. I lost my house, I lost my vehicles, darn near lost my marriage. It was a nightmare. Just imagine starting over at 40. That was some shiggity you do not want to experience. It sucked. So I wound up moving from moving from Detroit all the way to Houston, Texas, and starting my life over. Now, one thing I did learn was in reinventing myself over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, I was always struggling for time. Although my income went up, my time went down. I never had free time to do any of the things I wanted to do. The first time I earned six figures, I didn't even realize I earned six figures until it was time for me to do the taxes, because I just had no time to do anything. I couldn't even enjoy the money I was earning. So it was crazy, and it wasn't good. So my opinion of what success is when you can do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, for however long you want to do it, and you don't have to ask anybody for permission. The problem often when you make a lot of money is that you don't have the time to enjoy the money that you're making. So I found that the way I was doing things was totally wrong. I found another way to do what I need to do, and it's worked out so much better. See, a very smart man named Robert Kiyosaki, he was the first person to enlighten me to this concept. The only way you become wealthy is if you find a way to make money while you're sleeping. See, that's a heavy concept. That means that you are leveraging the efforts of other people so that you're not always there in body to earn money. See, most of us have a job, and if we're not at our desk or on the line or outside doing whatever we're doing to make that money, we don't get paid. Wealthy people don't function that way. It's only middle income to poor people that function that way. The wealthy know that that does not work. They have multiple streams of income, and they found ways to leverage the work of others, the time of others, the efforts of others in order to establish a very solid income. And that is exactly what I wanted to share with you today.